This is Herb from World of Walt here with Dawson from Walt Disney Imagineering and R&D. Hi Dawson, how's it going?
It's going great. How are you doing?
Good. So tell me a little bit about your role in the Galactic Starcruiser.
Sure. So my name is Dawson Dill, and I'm a Senior Research and Development Imagineer at Walt Disney R&D. And what I've been working on is a project called D309. D309 is a limited playtest that we've been doing, and it's actually a droid that you can talk to in your cabins on board. So for every guest that chooses to talk to D309, there's a droid link panel which lets you set up a little call with her up in the comms tower where you can talk to D3 about her history on board the ship, what's going on right now in the moment, or of course, all those rumors and weird things that just seem to happen on board the Halcyon Starcruiser.
So I had a chance to interact with D309, and it was like speaking to someone with a personality and a history, and it was a seamless experience. So I'm sure that's an incredibly hard thing to pull off. Tell me a little bit about how you go about developing something like that.
I think for us, the secret was to start with story, to start with character, and to make sure that we work with the technology to bring it all together. So what that means is, it's not, you don't think of it as programming, and you don't necessarily think of it as breaking a story. It's putting the two together. So a lot of it was, doing rigorous improv processes and understanding, like you would with a theatrical character. What is this character? Who is she? Why does she want this? What does this mean for her? Again, like you're doing just any sort of normal, theatrical or film kind of study, but then you have to start breaking it down. Okay, well now what happens when this happens? Let's try this. Now what happens when this happens? Let's try that. And then at the end of the day, you have to take all of that learning and somehow take it out of your brains and put it into a computer. And so we got to work with some awesome technologists that helped us define what was in our brains and put that into a computer, and also got to work with a ton of great artists to make some great ways for D3 to interact with that story.
Something I was wondering about when I was interacting with D309 is there a person back there? Am I interacting with an actor, or is this all technology?
It is all technology. There is, despite all the people behind the curtain before the project was open, no, it is entirely run. D309 has her own character, and she has her own personality, much like an actual droid.
Wow, very impressive. So I've heard them mention playtest a couple of times. So can you tell me a little bit more? Is this more of a learning experience, something where people may or may not have a chance to experience it? Can you say a little bit more?
So D309 right now is a playtest, which just means that it's something that research and development group does a lot. Sometimes we'll do them in the park, sometimes we'll do them in various sites around the world or even online. But it just means, it's something that we're learning, and this D309 is actually the first sort of big example of what we're calling sort of our intelligent character platform. And we actually think we could bring other characters to life in this way. And D309 we think also is something that we want to keep learning from and keep expanding and extending. Right now she's on board the Starcruiser, and I think that is limited to all the things that I'm not great. It's subject to whatever, but overall we're hoping to keep her there, and it's something that right now you can definitely experience if you go on board the Starcruiser.
Is there something you especially like about how D309 turned out, or especially proud of?
I think for me, the thing that I'm most proud of is that, when people think about voice recognition, they don't always think of story. It's often something that ends up much more usually in a transactional space. And so for us to have people, as we've been testing, truly have moments where they feel guilty, or they feel proud, or they feel like they love her, or something, to feel emotion like you would watching or taking part in any sort of theater story or attraction, to be able to do that with this technology was something that was our goal, and was something that we think we've been able to achieve.
It was very impressive. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, Herb.